Families of the 21 Kano athletes who died in a tragic bus crash continue to mourn their loved ones. One of the grieving families, who lost a young, aspiring journalist, described the loss as unforgettable. TVC News senior reporter Ibrahim Issa report and would like to warn that some viewers may find images in this story disturbing.
Days after the fatal crash at the Bridge, the tragedy remains fresh in the hearts of families who lost their loved ones. Relatives and friends are still struggling to come to terms with the death of 21 athletes. This is Tambora community, where one of the families lost a child in the recent tragic accident. The pain, as you can see, still remains fresh on their faces, as both the family and the entire community here are affected by the incident as days go by. Among the victims was 23-year-old Bilal Umar, an aspiring journalist with big dreams. His untimely death has left his family in sorrow. At the family home, his father sits under a tent, receiving condolences from sympathizers as prayers are offered for the departed soul. Bilal's father describes the loss as a heartbreaking end to a dream, a future he had hoped would see his son follow in his journalistic footsteps.
So Bilal Ahmad is my first child, is my firstborn, and it's a very respected somebody, law-abiding, hardworking somebody. So this loss, it will take a long time for me before to forget about it.
One of Bilal's mentors, veteran sport journalist Salis Jegus, says he has been tutoring Bilal to step into the shoes. The family is appealing to the government to replace the media equipment Bilal lost in the accident. Tools, they say, were essential to his career.
I feel federal government, under his leadership, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to come and give assist to the families of the lost. Even though I know anything that she gives us, it will not return them back.
Friends of Bilal say the pain is still fresh. They describe him as a loyal companion, full of promise and potential. Bilal and other athletes were returning from the 22nd National Sports Festival in Abeokuta, Ogun State, when their bus veered off the Bridge along the Kano Zaria Expressway. They were returning home victorious, but death robbed them of the chance to celebrate their achievement. 7 survivors are currently receiving treatment, with medical expenses covered by the Kano state government.
There's no one can exactly describe what has happened, because I was even in the car, but I cannot totally remember what has happened at that time.
Authorities also announced a donation of 1 million naira to each bereaved family. In solidarity, the Ogun state government sent a delegation to Kano and donated 22 million naira to support affected families. The Federal Road Safety Corps has launched an investigation and blamed poor road conditions as one of the likely causes of the crash. Sadly, this strategy is not an isolated case. In March 2020, Nigerian international footballer Ifeanyi George died in a road crash on his way from Enugu to Lagos. And in May 2024, former Nigerian footballer Tijani Babangida also had an accident along the Kaduna-Zaria highway. As the nation mourns yet another heartbreaking loss, families and citizens alike hope measures will be put in place to avert such tragedies. Ibrahim Issa, TVC News.